we rejoin our party exactly where we left them, in the middle of the woods at the side of the road, watching as Butter and his cart drive off into the distance. The last thing that happened was Zulamar was given both an item and a black book, as well as Rhea given directions. And in those directions, there were two paths she saw fit: the long way through the forest, which felt safe, but again felt long, and the quick way, which felt dangerous, but was, as I said, quick. What would you guys like to do?
Out of character, has Rhea imparted these directions on us, or are we just all looking at her and staring?
Rhea has not said anything.
Okay.
Well, I think everyone was kind of doing their own transactions, and now that he's gone, I mean, you guys heard her say, "Hey, I'm going to trade a memory for, um, some directions." But,
Zulamar's a little still out of it, so he might remember that.
well, we can either go a long way. I feel like it was safer, but longer. Or there's a shorter way that I saw, but we might come across some dangers along the way. What do you guys feel?
Miss looks between the options and kind of shrugs and says, I think if you feel like it's going to be dangerous either way, maybe we should take the short path.
I also agree. I think we should take the short path.
I don't mind pushing our way through. I just want to make sure that's what everyone else wants to do.
Well, you paid the cost. Might as well get your value out of it.
Vitani isn't paying as much attention to the talk of directions as she is to Zuli, who still looks a little bit out of it. She walks around in front of him and puts a hand on his shoulder to ask, "Are you okay? What's wrong?"
The little one, they gave me quite a doozy. Feels like I just had the worst panic attack of my entire life. I have a book and I have spectacles. What were we talking about?
Well, we're trying to decide which way to take to get to this fog lab. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but he was saying that that's what everyone else has done as they've come down here.
Whatever everyone thinks is the best choice, I'll follow along.
I say the sooner we get to where we're going, the better.
Sounds like everyone's game for the short way.
Sounds like it.
Alright, so Rhea, you know that the short way is you're going to have to cut straight through the woods here, and there's going to be another road about a mile in, and you're going to have to go sharp left, and you're going to have to go through a hill path. And that's all that's
I
coming
relay
to
that
you.
to them.
That's all that's coming to you right now. You get a feeling that the further in you go, the more you're gonna know.
Okay. Well, I filled them in on what I know now. And I guess I'll lead the way.
Lead the way.
And
Right.
are we ready?
Do you have any idea what they meant or what it means when you say that it's more dangerous? Should we have weapons out?
Well, so, does she just get a sense of danger, or did she kind of,
Lips.
Well, I wasn't told anything. It's just kind of a gut feeling. I mean, we are going through brush instead of taking a long path.
She just kind of nods at that and rests her hands on her daggers, but they're still kind of belted on her side.
What's the marching order?
I guess I'm leading.
Vitani will go second.
Zulamar's kind of leaning on Vitani, so third.
I can go next.
I'll hold up at the rear.
Okay, I guess I'll be second last.
Okay. So I want everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh boy.
That's a D20, right?
Yep.
Where's my dexterity? Oh, saving throw. Okay.
What do you guys call it? Soft 20 or dirty 20? I've heard both.
Either.
Or
Dirty.
mod 20, whichever you prefer.
Mod 20.
Yeah,
Well, considering it's me, I'll call it a dirty 20.
that's fair.
I was waiting for it.
Get out of here, Jack.
Wait, saving throw. Ah, you said dexterity.
Oh, thank God.
I'm a 16, and I'm just gonna be right back. My grandma called, and I accidentally hung up on her, so I'm just gonna tell her I can't talk right now.
Yeah,
But
no,
I felt really rude.
no, go do your thing. That's completely fair.
16.
18 for Rhea.
Okay, so
Show off.
So I rolled a 5.
you rolled a...
Who?
You
I rolled a
what?
5, but I have a 4 in dexterity saving throw, so I have a 9.
Okay,
What?
Zulamar's a 12.
okay, so everybody but Ahsoka. I feel like I should wait for Larl to get back.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I hope I don't die immediately.
Well, no.
Straight
Uh,
backed.
Wait, so what's the marching order?
The marching
It's
Uh,
order
Rhea,
Rhea.
Tani, Zulamar.
Ahsoka, Mist, and then Augie.
Okay.
Okay.
I can set the scene a little bit for you while we wait for Larl.
Okay.
So the trees here are like tall and thin, but there's a lot of them, and they sort of
Sorry about that.
cluster. You're good. They sort of cluster around in like 5 or 6 like in circles. So the path is kind of weird, and it's not really a path. It's like full of undergrowth and like you've never seen trees like this, and it's kind of weird, especially for people from Sister or Mother Maiden.
Isn't it Saint Sister?
Yes, it is. I am completely smart and completely awake.
I thought Sister Sister is a TV show.
Yes, it is.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty certain the first go around, it was like I don't think it was ever determined what kind of like blank sister or sister blank it was.
It
So
had a,
when
it
we
had a
first
City.
name.
started,
Yeah,
it was who was going sister something.
Yeah, it had a name.
God.
It was definitely one that you remember. Yeah, no, you're good, Mist. You're good. So as you guys are going through, the underbrush, the undergrowth, whatever you want to call it, it's not, destructive. It's not great though. Your boots are doing good, you think, except for Ahsoka. You're kind of in the middle and just kind of at one point you just stop because something isn't right. You guys have been walking and everything's been fine, and then you go from feeling like your boots, your socks, your everything to ground underneath your feet.
Wonderful.
Your boots are gone.
Guys, I don't have any boots.
So are your socks.
Ew.
Okay.
Can you pull them out?
No, she has
Roll
bare
it.
feet now.
Roll an
I'm-
investigation check. Just Ahsoka. Roll an investigation check.
Investigation. An 8. I'm sorry. Yeah, 8.
You're looking around on the ground and well, they should be right here. You don't see them. They should be right here.
Guys, I can't find my boots, and I feel bare.
But do we see her bare feet?
Yeah, you see her bare feet.
How did that happen?
Going to keep an eye out for the boots and see if I can see the
Did
boots
you just
anywhere.
come
Roll
out of them?
investigation.
All right.
So like this
18.
is sorry.
You roll an 18? Okay, that's actually really good. So you flip your glasses down, and you're looking around, and you're just like, alright, what the fuck? And you don't see them in the underbrush. And that makes you concerned, because she was walking through the underbrush. And you think it's stupid, you think it's dumb, but you look up into the trees, and you see her boots.
They get up there.
Ahsoka just kind of looks up and it's like, huh, that's new.
Like,
Zoomar
it's
looks up as
in
well
the trees?
and says, I do hope that the socks are with them.
They are sitting perfectly on a tree branch, sort of directly over Ahsoka's head.
Out of character. What if she doesn't wear socks?
That's fine, then, no socks.
Okay.
But your boots are directly, like, you know how when you go to someone's house and you want to be polite, so you neatly put your shoes on the ground? Yeah, they're sitting like that on a tree branch directly over your head.
Okay. Do I just... I guess Ahsoka wants to just try and get her boots. Can she climb the tree to get her boots?
I mean, if she can't, Miss certainly can.
Ahsoka, you can do that, but roll it with disadvantage, and it's going to be an acrobatics check.
Okay. Oh, because I'm barefoot.
While Rhea watches her do this, she's just gonna kind of like put her hand like on her back to kind of like grip her axe in case she sees anything weird going on, but she's not gonna like take it out.
Okay.
Okay, so one of them is a 13 and the other is a 6, but I have +4 in acrobatics.
Damn. That's... Ooh. Okay. So, you climb up the tree, and you get on the branch, and you reach out a hand, and as you go to grab them, something wraps around your wrist.
God damn it.
And you think it's a vine. It looks like a vine. But it's not nature colored. It's yellow.
No, that's freaky.
But it's not trying to throw you or anything. It's just holding you from getting your boots. Would you do me the wonderful, wonderful joy of making an animal handling check?
Ooh.
Okay. For the love of God, please work. I have a 13.
Okay. So, do that, and then... How do I describe this? You know what a bird sounds like? You've been in the woods. You know
Yes.
that birds chirp, and baby birds cheep.
Yes.
And this does not sound like either of them, but the only way you can describe what this sounds like is a bird, but backwards. And it's coming from your boots. And as you look down at your boots, you realize that whatever this yellow vine-like thing is coming from your left boot. And it's making a sound that you register in your brain is baby bird noise.
Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but I think this is a baby bird. It sounds like a baby bird.
Do I see like the yellow vine?
You do.
It's not a fucking bird.
Ahsoka's also like a little panicked because she doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
What
if
do you
it's
mean, a
baby
bird?
There's probably a mother bird.
Don't say that.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna build this tube thing here, and you just in case of danger.
I don't think that's a bird. I've never seen a bird like that.
If you try and pull your hand away, by the way, the yellow vine, like, releases you, but if you get close to your shoes, it starts to tighten up.
Can Miss do some sort of like look around to see if she sees any signs of other animals or anything suspicious?
I
Absolutely.
kind of just want to have them have the boots from now on. Like, gee.
What would I roll for that?
Have that be perception.
Perception?
Yeah, that's gonna be perception.
Okay. Oh, good. I thought it was a 1, but it was a 7. And then it is plus... Oh. It's only a 10. Boo.
You're certainly in a forest.
Zulema asks, is the shoe itself become a baby bird? Is the baby bird in the shoe?
When I get closer, I can't really tell. It's stopping me. So I honestly don't know.
It's stopping.
It's stopping me from
being able to peer inside the shoe to see if it is the shoe itself or a bird in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what
Can
kind
you
of
shake the
birds?
branch to knock your boots down, or is it too thick?
It's a branch that's big enough to hold Ahsoka, so it's a little too thick to be shaken.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What kind of bird steals boots right off your feet?
The aggro kind, I guess. I did nothing but
playful
walk.
child. You know, my siblings used to steal each other's clothes and shoes when we were all, young, nicking things from each other. So maybe you just think it's playing, doesn't want to give the shoe back?
It can have the shoe if it wants the shoe, but I would like a shoe, please.
Does anyone have an axe?
I mean, I do.
I have 2 of
I
them.
do.
Wait.
I just don't necessarily want to anger anything.
Ahsoka, roll me a wisdom check.
Okay. That's just straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom.
Okay. Of course. I get a fucking 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay.
It's fine.
So, you are not gripped with the emotion that is reaching out to you, but you feel it. And had you rolled lower, you would have been gripped by this and been, like, possessed by it. But what you get is you feel this sort of distressed... Whatever is in your shoes understands what you guys are saying, and it is terrified of the thought of being hurt, and terrified of the thought of you taking away the warmth that it found empty on the ground when your foot slipped out of it.
Oh. Oh. Ow.
One would give it her boots.
Can it live in my shoe?
Do I
Wait.
have... Hang on 1 second. I'm
So-
trying to see if I
Totally
have
adopt
a
the
roll.
boots
so-
for-
Is Ahsoka going to impart this information on us, or...?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I get this feeling that whatever's in my shoe likes the warmth of it and is afraid that we're going to take it back from them.
I have a bedroll. Do you want to give it to it?
A bedroll.
I'll make do without it.
If it wants a boot, I don't think it's going to be as happy with a bedroll. I think it would want something small.
Oh, bunch it
Does
up.
it does it want to be in something, or does it just want to be warm?
I think it just wants to be warm.
It can sit on My shoulder if it wants. I run hot.
Maybe in your furs, specifically.
In the furs.
Vitani's furs are probably the warmest thing that any of us has.
Can you tell it that that we're not gonna hurt it?
Hey, little dude. The fire genasi is offering her furs to you in exchange for my boot.
It's
Makes
so
it
warm.
sound like a sacrifice.
It's really warm down here, buddy.
It's really warm,
Roll
and you get a free ride.
With
Free
advantage.
Um,
Ahsoka, roll
Zulamar wants
persuasion.
to make an animal handling.
Well, you gotta wait. Hold on, you gotta wait. Because roll persuasion with advantage because they are helping you.
Okay, so 2 dice then.
Yeah, 2 dice and take the higher.
Ah, no, one of them fell. Okay, one of them's 16, one of them's 18,
Okay.
and I don't have any extra points, so it's just 18.
Okay, that's fine. You hear this backwards cheeping sort of switch from like slight distress to, well, that sounds more like a bird. You think? It still doesn't sound like a bird, but that's a bird. There's a lot of question marks in your mind right now. And the little yellow vine swoops back into your left shoe. And from both the left and the right... Oh boy. Not where I expected this to go, but okay. You see the like head shape, sort of something like a snake, but it has a beak, and it has a very long neck that's sort of separated, sort of like bony spines, but it's fleshy, and it has 8 little spindly like arms, sort of like a spider, but they look more human, but instead of hands they have little paws, and at the end of them, instead of where those little arms are, it's got little wings. And I mean little wings, like they're the size of your thumb.
Okay.
And it blinks up at you with 16 different eyes. All of them all of them
That's
yellow.
14 too many.
So many eyes. My, what so many eyes you have.
There's 2 of them, by the way. There's one in your left shoe and one in your right.
So it's a pair.
And they are very, very small. They're maybe a
They look-
little bit bigger than like your whole hand.
They look adorable. Can they get down here on their own?
You don't.
I would think so. They got up into the tree on their own.
You don't think that they can.
We'll see if they'll let you grab your shoes and bring them down now.
Ahsoka's kind of freaking out 'cause she sees the many legs and
How far off the ground are they? Zulmar is what did we say, 6'1"? If he lifts his arm,
They're about 7 feet off the ground.
so if he lifts his arm, they could possibly hop onto his hand.
Maybe.
Well, he's gonna lift his arm up, both of his
can
arms
he
up
get
to
on
see
his
if he can
tippy
reach them.
toes?
Yes, he's going to get on his tippy toes
Rhea will come lift him up.
and try to bring them down so he can put them on Vitani's furs.
Ahsoka, are you gonna help in any way by maybe like directing them?
Yes, I'm gonna lead them towards the hands of Sulam.
Okay.
Be like, it's okay, you can trust him. He's friendly.
They kind
He's
of
been
like narrow, like half of their eyes, like the front-facing eyes, at you, like but they do reluctantly fall into Zulamar's hands. Zulamar, they're very cold.
So cold.
Yeah, they're very.
Tawny, make them warm, please.
All right, all right.
Make them warm. They look so sad and cold. So
Vitani.
Suleiman goes over and sets them gently on each of one to each shoulder, and says, "There you go. Snuggle up."
Oh, when you say that,
What?
they sort of scritch around in the furs, and sort of their body sort of melts into a ball. You think? You just know that you're watching this thing shift in real time, but both of them are moving as if they are the same creature until they are just a little snake head peeking out of fur.
I'm both fascinated and very. I don't know. They're just adorable.
They actually are kind of
We're
cute.
sure that we're not kidnapping something's children, right?
We don't know that.
Clearly, they're on their own if they're this cold.
We
Uh,
don't.
As Ahsoka just kind of climbs back down the tree normally.
There's so many animals where the mother immediately abandons them and they have to fend for themselves.
Are these animals?
They're
Are
a
we
creature.
sure? They are definitely some form of creature, but
At what point in the line is Vitani in relation to Mist? Just out of curiosity.
Vitani is 2 people away from Mist.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zulamar and Ahsoka. Well, technically, Ahsoka's still in the tree, so
No,
there's
Ahsoka
only
got
one
down.
person.
I climb
Oh,
down.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
Zulamar and Ahsoka are between Mist and Vitani.
Okay, well, at least she's comfortable knowing that she won't be the first one killed.
Great.
yeah.
Thanks,
I would
Mist.
like anybody that wants to make a perception check on Vitani to make a perception check on Vitani.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh
would.
God.
Vitani,
Rhea sees nothing.
Vitani, you cannot make this check.
Oh,
Okay.
phew.
Rhea, you see nothing.
That was a 5 for
Nat
me.
20!
You see nothing. Zulamar, you
Nat
see
20
nothing.
plus 2, so 22.
23.
Wow.
I'm a little afraid for myself now.
Zulamar.
You offered your furs to these creatures.
Technically, Zulamar offered them to.
Yeah, Zulamar did it first.
I was looking through my bag to see what else I could offer, or like gonna make like a makeshift nest, but y'all are like, come join us.
Oh, hey, Drake, you rolled a natural 20 too.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, who got the nat 20?
Both.
Pierce and Drake
Yep.
on our perception checks on the strange little snaky thing.
I think it's cute.
So.
Missed watching.
Zulamar is just like animals, babies, children.
Some of us are preparing nests, and some of us are preparing fire.
Vitani is a 2-in-1 deal.
Vitani, every time you move your head,
Uh-huh.
Zulamar and Augie notice that the creatures move their heads with you. They blink with you. They nod with you. And if you open your mouth, their little beaks clack.
Oh!
Inaudibly. But they move with you.
So that's-
Pets.
Oh my God.
So Zulamar is going to share his insight. Then he's going to ask Tawny if they can move and are, sensing your movements. Can you communicate with them now, like Ahsoka was just a moment ago?
I don't know. I haven't tried. What do I just talk to them?
If you want to.
How do you like the furs? Is it warm enough for you?
You get little cheeps back. But this time, they sound like actual cheeps.
Oh.
So
I guess that means a
Vitani-
yes. Yes.
Vitani, I want you to add in your inventory, you have 2 whistle flits.
What's?
Whistle clicks.
Flits.
Whistle flits? Flits.
Yes.
Okay.
Flits.
Whistle flits.
Not the word I heard.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
So, at some point, can we get a description of these critters so that I could describe them in my notes properly?
A picture would be grateful too.
I'm gonna let you know right now that that's going to be very hard to do because these are shapeshifters.
Okay, never mind.
Like if they
Uh,
first appeared.
The very first thing, like, what you will normally always see is that they have a snake-like head with a beak instead of, like, a snake mouth. That's the main thing that kind of is gonna stay consistent. The number of eyes will change, like, what their body types look like, that will change.
A spiny, fleshy neck?
Yeah, that will change.
Okay. The amount of legs you said will also change?
Yeah. Their
Okay.
whole appearance will change. Currently, the main thing is, like, if...
Oh yeah, because now they're balls.
Yeah, they're little balls that are nestled down into the furs of Vitani's furs.
Well, because I kind of think that Zul'Aman wants to sketch what he saw. Oh, with paws. That's right. There's paws.
Yep, paws instead of
Aw.
hands.
And little wings.
And there's 8, so 4 on each side.
So yeah, what do you guys do?
Well, we keep on going, I guess.
You got your boots back on?
Ahsoka puts her boots back on, yes.
Your boots are freezing, by the way.
Guys, I'm really cold in my feet.
All of
Just hold Watani's hand for a moment.
all of the warmth that had been in your boots was sucked into these guys.
Oh shit.
They stole my warmth.
Uh-oh.
Well, thank God you're naturally occurring.
Yeah. It's a slight inconvenience that my feet are cold now. And I
They-
hate that.
They will warm up. I will let you know right now. It's just
I know.
it was cold.
What's the weather like here? Or like, is it warm? Is it?
It's kind of dry.
Dry.
Not warm. There's like a breeze that's occasionally
Okay.
blowing through. It's a little on like the not cold, but like coming to autumn side.
I see.
At least
Ugh,
it's not
Mark,
damp.
Cooler summer, end of summer, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
That's
We
good.
all have dark vision, correct?
yeah, you all have dark vision. The sky is changing again.
What's it changing to?
It's going from those pretty oranges to a mix of pinks and purples, and the behind all of that, like off in the distance behind from like the way you came, that bright blue that you had seen, starting to get darker.
Okay, Frappi.
Well,
Mist is looking
That's-
at that, clearly impressed, shocked, dazzled. I'm not sure what the appropriate word would be for them.
well, we better keep going. We can't spend too much time
Is something following
gallivanting.
us in the strange sky?
We might need to be searching some sort of shelter soon.
Right.
Shelter from what?
From whatever that is going on up there in. Look,
Yeah. Just want to know what it is. I do believe
Well,
Frappi is gone to step off. For a
Submitting
moment.
character.
Ahsoka stepped off for a moment, and that's what I wanted to
She had to
say.
use the bathroom.
Yeah, Ahsoka had to go warm up her toes. So, we can't go anywhere until she's back.
I'm sorry, that was just really
Well, I understand your curiosity, but the sky's not going anywhere. But it is changing, and I don't want to know what happens if it changes all the way.
Too right.
Well, then once Frappi gets back, they'll just say they head on their way. Same path.
Mm-hmm.
Or same
Sounds
not
good
path.
to me.
Agreed.
So I guess you guys, I'll say for, purposes, you continue on the rest of your way through the thicket, through the underbrush. You get past all of these chunky trees, and you make it to the road that you were told about.
Okay.
And
Well, we've made it to the road.
there is a right path, which leads into just rolling hills that kind of hurt your eyes to look at. And then there is the left path, which you remember is the one that you're supposed to take, if I am also remembering correctly.
Well, it is now because the DM said so.
Yep. And you see also rolling hills, but more like mini mountains. And there
Whoa.
is a cobble path that leads that way.
So the right had the hills and the cobble path?
The right had the rolling hills that made your eyes hurt. The left has the cobble path. That's the way
Okay.
that your brain remembers you needed to go.
Okay.
Can I make a roll to see how old the cobble path is?
Sure.
Would it be investigation or history or what?
You know nothing history-wise for this place. You can make one, but it would be at disadvantage. And, but
We just made it to the road.
Yeah, you just made it to the road. You can roll.
I don't have any.
You can roll history. It'll be at disadvantage, or you can roll, I guess, insight.
Insight. All right.
Yeah.
That's better off for me, anyways. Not my forte. Road building is not something that I was taught.
These certainly are some bricks.
Oh my god.
A road implies that there are
Wow.
rocks to build a road with somewhere.
Well, when I saw the directions, I saw the cobble path. If we're going to head on to the fog lab, we'll be taking that direction. Is there any reason we should stray from it at this point?
I think so.
Well, less likely to lose our boots following the path.
Agreed.
It was one time.
Yes.
I mean, hey, it wasn't all that bad. I have pets now.
I think the path might be better if I don't lose my boots again.
Yes, we'll just make a mental note of this fork. And we'll head down the cobble path.
Cool. So you guys head on, and you head on down the path. It gets wider in some sections, it gets narrow in others. You start turning more around these little hills that just sort of shoot up. Like, it's unnatural the way they shoot up. You're not used to these types of rock formations. And in some places, the path is so thin that you have to walk one at a time to get through it. And then you get to this place where it's a steep incline. And you're going to need to roll athletics to get up it without hurting something.
Why? Oh, Let's drop dice.
I'm reminded of my hiking days.
If you
Let's
want,
see.
if you want to help one another, you can give someone advantage, but not everybody
Who's right
can
well,
have advantage.
Zulamar's helping Vitani.
I feel like
Okay.
for some reason that should be
Miss
the other
has a
way around.
-1.
Zulamar's immediately, instinctually like, must help friend.
All right, Rhea can. Well, Rhea got a
His logic is
only a 15. I don't know if that is a.
You know what? Maybe it's a good thing because I
alone?
just rolled 2.
But I was gonna offer to put my hand out for Ahsoka.
his logic is of the two people to get injured,
Oh.
he's less likely to be valuable in a fight. Like
How
Vitani is the fighter.
how long
Tani
is
takes it with that
the
mindset.
how long is the incline?
The incline,
19.
it goes up a bit. It's about 60, 65 feet.
Is
65
this
feet?
something that Miss cat climbing with her claws could be helpful in?
No, because the type of incline it's like stairs. Yeah. If you've ever been up or down the Carlsbad Caverns, it's literally just, it's not flat enough or straight enough to be a wall, but it's not like perfect enough to not be like, it's not ground.
Gotcha.
Well, I've got a lot of rope and some pythons. Someone who's good at scaling this can set the rope up. We could probably have an easy go of it.
Zulama had a 19 on that roll.
And you were giving advantage to Vitani.
Vitani. And so Vitani got a 17.
As opposed to the 4 I would have been landed with.
Yeah, so
If I hadn't given advantage.
you two make it. Rhea,
So
you're helping Ahsoka, yeah?
Yeah, I said I'd put out my hand for her.
yeah,
Ahsoka,
because I got a
with
I got a
advantage?
11.
Is that with advantage?
But it was with advantage.
Yeah.
Did you roll it twice?
Oh no, I only rolled once.
You can roll it twice.
Well, okay. And that's with my bonus as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Athletic
Mhm.
athletic bonus.
That would be a 22.
Good.
Nice.
So I'm taking it that Augie, you are giving advantage to Mist with your ropes.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that and then follow up afterwards.
So Mist, you roll
Does
with
that mean-
advantage.
Oh, okay. So I will. It does not matter. My dice are not playing nice today. My highest was a 3.
3? Okay.
Oof.
Augie, what did you roll?
Oh. I bet you I'm gonna roll terrible.
We'll find out.
I did not.
15.
Okay.
Does
So
Augie not have any athletic bonus?
Nope.
Oh. Sorry, old man.
Oh. I brought climbing tools.
Bad point.
So, everybody makes it up. Even you, Mist. The only thing is, when you do get up there, you look down and you realize your ankle is bleeding. And that means you just took 4 points of damage.
Shit.
And you don't think it's a deep wound. It doesn't look like a deep wound. It's not a lot of blood, but oh my god, does it hurt.
Alright, well, I'm-
Miss is sort of like kneeling down there trying to stop the bleeding, I guess.
I'm gonna. What do I got? What do that? Well, I'm gonna grab some cloth, and I'm gonna help her wrap it.
Okay. So while you guys are doing that, I need to go here.
Just so everyone knows, this leaves me with 4 hit points.
Ooh.
Far away, are we from the fog club? Does Rhea kind of get an idea?
Yeah, you get an idea. There's a problem, though.
Oh?
You know how you said that this was the shorter path? There's a
Yeah.
reason this is the shorter path. And that's because instead of trudging through the woods, you're trudging through... 1 second, it's gotta load. Check atmosphere. You're trudging through a town
Oh shit.
Oh,
that is on the
Okay.
side of a mountain.
okay.
Goat town.
So you turn, as you see, you're wrapping up your ankle, and you see that there's a sign above the town before you enter, and you cannot read what the sign says.
Oh.
I want Mist. Who was it? It was Mist, Augie, and I think Zulamar to roll insight.
What?
Roll insight.
Okay.
Hey.
That's good.
17.
That's also good.
16.
Hey, that's good. You recognize this font. This is the same font that was over top of white butter on the actual cart itself. You realize that common isn't common. That is common. And you don't know common.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
I'm going to give you guys a wonderful little map. Because you can see this town from your vantage point. It's loading. It might take a second. I drew it last night.
No problem. Put in the
Does
theme
anyone
hustle.
recognize the like characters of on the signs at all?
No. You would be
Well, it's a
coming
cute
in.
little.
Yeah, you would be coming in behind the Plentiful Church, by the way.
Gotcha.
You don't know it's called that, but
Right.
I didn't have the energy to erase everything and then post it back because I'd already saved it, and I was like, fuck it.
Like between the church and the well house, or
No, between the church and the monument.
The woods.
gotcha.
Stuff.
All right. I'm going to look around and smell the air for signs of life, for a fire, or looking for lights, any sort of indication that someone lives in this.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure I realized that we would be going through a town.
Perception.
Just Drake, or?
Drake, because he's the only one that said that he was checking for it.
Okay.
11.
Windy.
Well, I'm not entirely sure anyone lives in this town. I don't see any signs of life, but I may be
Vitani would
making
like-
some assumptions.
I was going to say Vitani would like to take a crack at seeing if there's anybody here.
Go ahead.
Yay.
Roll with advantage for a very particular reason.
Okay.
And it would be perception.
Bless you for giving me the advantage, because at first I rolled and now I have a dirty 20.
You rolled a what in the beginning?
A 4.
Okay. Vitani, you listen, and you're a hunter. And you know that you should hear the sound of people. You should hear the sound of scarce animals. You should hear things. You hear the wind whistling and the trees rustling and no sound of people. And what really gets you is this is a town. So there are fires because people need to be warm and forges need to be lit and food needs to be cooked. And you know what fire smells like intimately.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't smell any of it.
Is there nothing here?
You don't get any sense.
Nothing.
Out of character, what time of day is it? Like, is it getting, like, it's close to evening time now?
It is getting much closer to evening time. In fact, the sky has stopped being pretty colors and is just inky black. Except for, what the fuck is that overhead of you? Guess what you guys see for the first time in your lives? You see a star start to twinkle overhead.
Wait, out of character, have we never seen stars?
Nope.
No.
Oh my god.
No, our sky has been the same blue color no matter time of day or weather.
Oh, that's so bogus.
Well,
So,
that's
like,
disorienting.
colors.
Like we didn't even see, like, it
color
wasn't even
skies.
nighttime?
Yeah,
No.
it was never nighttime.
Oh, I don't know if I realized that.
Like
No sun, no moon, no clouds.
I knew the no moon, no stars. I don't know if I ever noticed it. Never.
Even when it rained, it was
Mist
always
is
the
just
same
kind
color.
of like looking up, clearly disorientated and shocked by the whole thing, and finally just kind of outbursts. It's like, well, whatever's going on, I think we need to find somewhere to get inside.
I agree. I definitely need a roof over my head.
Wow.
That is.
I don't know what that is.
It's looking at us.
Buildings here. Should we investigate
Please.
Yes.
and also seek shelter at the same time?
Yes.
Please.
Sounds good to me.
Do we just want to go right to this plentiful church, or do we want to go?
The church, as long as it's got a roof, I think the closest building is best.
Or I guess I don't know if she wouldn't know it's a plentiful church, but
Yeah,
like this
this big
churchish looking
right
building.
Well, I'm curious as to where everyone went, and the only way we'll find out is to go where they once were.
Alright, well. So I take it you guys are going into the town?
Yeah, into the
Yeah.
church.
Okay, so you
Into the
go
thick of it?
you go through the little archway with the little sign overhead, and it waves a little bit in the breeze. As you do, you round the first building, and the very front of this building, it's a two-sided building. There's the first section, which is closest to you, which is the bigger section with a beautiful set of like red and like copper bricked stairs, and up it, and in the front of it is just gorgeous stained glass of black and white dots glittering all along the entirety of it, and there's these beautiful blue scones that are lit with like green fire, but they only light up when you approach. And then you see the other side of the building, which is similar in nature, but there aren't the little sconces or scones or whatever you want to call them.
Sconces.
There you go, sconces. Those aren't there, and the door is much smaller. It's about half your size.
Oh, well, there is some fire, so maybe are people here.
Green fire. The strangest fire
Oh,
I've ever seen.
Reacted to our approach. Curious.
Concerning.
Interesting.
Are they magic?
We don't know what magic is.
Well, you know what magic is. You just
Oh,
don't know
we do?
like
Okay.
deep magic. Like you know the arcana because you can do cantrips and stuff.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is some very alarming.
If you want to
Magic.
make an arcana check, you can.
Oh, I'm definitely in on that action.
All right.
I rolled a 19 on that.
Okay.
Rhea
I
doesn't
will-
have much relationship with magic, so.
Now this
Rhea.
this is
Zulumar
my
will.
bailiwick.
Okay.
This is Augie's deal.
17 for Zulumar.
So, Augie, what you get is that's magic. That's some kind of magic. I know what that is. That is magic. Zulumar and Ahsoka, that's necromancy.
Well,
Sorry.
okay.
Nick or what?
Never mind.
That's
Nick or
some,
what?
That's some fucking. That's some fucking death magic. And death magic isn't always bad, because there are death clerics.
Mhm.
In fact, you know a death cleric. That's some death shit.
That's some death shit.
Ahsoka kind of turns to Zulumar because she noticed that something feels weird. Like, not like in a bad way, but like, you know. She just kind of looks at him and goes, "Fire's green." It's
It is, and this is a strange thing to say, but it feels familiar in a way. But the fact that that feels familiar to me is not necessarily a good thing, but not necessarily a bad thing. Just, I'm not used to sensing things that are familiar to what I feel on a daily
Is the
basis.
green,
By the
is
way,
the green fire within like reach?
yeah, it's within reach, but I also want to let you guys know that behind you, a little ways down the hill, down the slope, you see a cemetery and some other buildings.
okay.
Hmm.
But you are in front of this building.
Do we want to start in here?
Well, we can't investigate the building from outside.
I
And
just
I think there's more eyes looking at us from the sky now.
Well,
Let's go inside.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Alright, you knock on the door. Nothing really happens.
Okay, she's gonna like slowly, like start to like just crack the door open.
Okay.
Hello.
You don't get a response.
Okay, then fully open the door.
Inside, there are old, dusty altars. And all of you know what an altar is. You know what faith is, even if it's just in silly little beliefs. There are tons of them, and you don't recognize any of these things. But they all have wilted flowers. They all have like stale, crusted over food, dusts everywhere, and more little like blue candles hanging from the ceiling. And all of it is lining the walls. It's being bathed by the light that's pouring in from the stained glass, which was fogged, and you didn't realize it on the other side, so you couldn't really see in. And there's just this section in the center of the building from the side that you entered where it's just empty. And if you look over, there is a miniature version of this exact same thing, but, you know, everything is about hip height.
Is there a lock on the door?
Yeah,
I'm locking the door.
okay. There are two doors.
I will lock both of the doors.
You're gonna have to crawl to get into the second side of the church.
Who's the shortest among us?
Mist might be, but could we just block it off?
That seems rather disrespectful. We don't know what has or is occupying this space.
We already locked the door.
Yeah, but my thought is not to tamper with too much of the inside of this space. So
My
blocking
thought is to survive the next 2 weeks.
True.
This might be a sacred place to someone, but it's not a sacred place to me.
Agreed. Are the altars big enough that they could, if moved, block the smaller entranceway?
Not really. And even if you did try to move the altars, they're sort of like built.
Are there
into
any
the
pews?
Wall. No, there are no pews.
Okay.
Yeah, the altars are like built into the
Oh.
walls like shelves.
How big is the passageway?
It's from the front to the back. It's about not half, but like a quarter of the size of the main room.
But like,
Well,
how
that's-
tall is it? Like,
Again, everything is about hip height, so the ceiling would be about to your shoulder.
I'm kind of curious as to why it's such a small passageway to begin with. I
am
say
too.
maybe we should just keep an eye on it. If something is going to come through, pretty sure we'll see it before it comes out.
I can probably crawl through if you want.
I don't want
Mm.
you going alone. I mean, we could always
No,
go
we're
out
not
on the other
really
side,
in
and
there.
I mean, if we were really curious, we can always walk around.
More importantly, I would like to take a look at your leg.
We need to rest up. Just let you
Yeah.
rest up.
I don't want to rest if we don't know if we're safe resting.
Well, that's why we're making it as safe as we can.
It's whatever you guys want to do.
Zulamar offers to keep an eye on the smaller door on the smaller side of the church, since he argued against blocking it, so that the rest can look after.
How long do you
Mrs.
want to
Blake.
rest here?
Maybe an hour.
I don't want to rest yet. Let me do something first. And she just kind of like walks away with that and just like crouches down by the little passway and sets her bag down and sorts through it and pulls out her mirror on a metal handle and kind of like angles it down to see if she can get any sort of idea what's on the inside and to make sure nothing is in there.
In the tiny church?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in there besides like the same thing. It's just all in smaller detail. No one's
So
in
there's
there.
not like anything in there? Okay.
Yeah, no.
So when she sees nothing is in there for realsies, she kind of gets up and tells everyone and then packs it back up and crouches down on the floor again and kind of pulls up her pant leg to look a little more closely at the wound and then says, okay, fine, we can rest.
Okay. Maybe just an hour, or anyone want to rest longer than that?
I think an hour is
Yeah.
good enough.
Yeah.
Miss can roll some hit dice if she chooses.
Yeah, I guess.
Is she the only one hurt?
Yeah, it's just her.
While they rest, actually, well, during a short rest, you can talk and whatnot, but I can't do an investigation during a short rest, can I?
You can do light actions.
Yeah,
Well,
light actions
Actually,
are fine.
yeah.
Zulamar just wants to investigate. He feels a sort
Yeah.
of attraction
it's-
to.
Not technically, you're not trying to heal up anything either. So.
True.
Yeah.
He wants to do an investigation. He's just walking around the church, kind of feeling drawn to the candles and the dead flowers, and so he wants to kind of see what more is
Okay.
here.
Roll a.
And I'm guessing at this point in time, no one knows any magic. So even if that was a possibility, like I'm just curious about that.
The only magic you guys know, you don't know that you know it. And like I'm referring to Drake's detect magic.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. I don't
So,
really have. Yeah.
Zulamar, you will roll an investigation with advantage, Augie, if you want to roll, it will just be a straight roll.
Cool. I'm too busy just worrying about
Yep.
mist. I'm like,
The cat, she bleeds. Ah.
Oh.
16.
Okay. You go around, and while you get a feeling this is a different world, obviously, things are bound to be fucky. You know what these are. These are offerings to faith. These are important. And for being covered in dust and sort of left forgotten, several question marks on that, this is all clean. And it's all beautiful, and the offerings are not things to be taken lightly. These are gorgeous flowers. These are beautiful foods. These are trinkets that look handmade. This all looks like it was given with a devotion. And there's a altar in the center that is covered with a cloth. And it's a little too far away for you to reach it, to pull the cloth down, because it's a little far back. But all of the offerings in front of this one in the center, that's where all of the really good shit is.
Zulmar takes that in and kind of feels a strange sense of peace at it, and understanding just that there's this respect and this faith that is kind of familiar and yet so very different from what he's known in his own life. He takes his time just observing it all, and then goes to sit next to Vitani, kind of just pondering on it for a bit before considering whether it's worth sharing with the group.
So is anybody keeping watch?
I mean, Rhea's sitting up. She's not gonna sleep or nothing. She's sitting.
yeah, it's just an hour.
Okay.
Vitani is aware, but only a little bit because she's also a little bit preoccupied with newest additions.
You are seeing if they like meat or not.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, they do.
Excellent. Aw.
You also
Zulmar
found
gets
out.
distracted,
Yeah,
looking and saying hi.
you also find out that they purr. So
Oh,
Rhea,
they are precious.
roll an investigation. No. Yes. No. Perception.
Perception?
Yeah.
Perception.
Also, you have hella feedback, my dude.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Is my thing on? No, it isn't. How did it get turned off? Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
12 plus, hang on. I lost my thing in the kerfuffle. 15.
Okay. So, while you guys are waiting, I don't know if Glenn is back yet or not.
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
Why did I say Glenn? I'm sorry. Because it's
I'm the
yeah.
man.
Sorry, Larl.
That's okay.
While you guys are waiting, Laurel, do you use your hit dice?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
I'm at 7.
You're chilling, you're calm, you're collected. You've all sort of relaxed from the stress of things. You feel this wave of just kind of exhaustion from the day kind of like sink into your bones. And you're just kind of like, I could go to sleep. I could do that. Yeah, I could go to... Why am I tired?
Is that all of us?
Yes.
If it's sleep magic, I'm not affected.
Oh no, you're just tired.
Well, you guys.
How's that I feel?
Tired.
Stop it! Why'd you do that?
Because I'm actually tired.
Zulmar also offers Eon and blinks rapidly. It's been quite a first day down here.
I'd say so.
Mm-hmm.
Rather exhausting.
Out of character, what was the lady who brought us down? What was her name again?
Destiny.
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 Oh, okay. Ahsoka just kind of sits there and is like, "Do you think Destiny's okay?"
I'm sure she's fine.
She said she's been doing this for a while.
That's
Exactly.
all person I'm worried about right about now.
Certain we could ask in 2 weeks. Find
Well,
out how
no.
she is.
I don't know if there's going back over that bridge.
Don't remind me of that bridge.
Didn't it disappear?
We'll
Who's to say?
we'll uncross that bridge when we come back to it.
We'll uncross that bridge.
Hopefully we don't see that thing again either.
That thing was scary.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
No, Rhea didn't see it. Neither did Ahsoka.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right.
I
I hope whatever it is you saw, we don't ever see.
You're
I hope
You're
for
better
your own
off not
sakes that
seeing it.
you, yeah, you never have to see that.
Fair enough.
Ahsoka kind of looks at Vitani and is like, "Are you gonna name your pets?"
I have a couple of names in mind already. And
They're
Yeah.
adorable.
I
That's all. Zulmar just loves them.
okay, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. I can't explain how I know it. But I think they're a boy and a girl. Like I
Aw.
can tell.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Left and right. Which is boy, which one's girl?
that
Left
I
arm
don't
and
know.
Right arm. Oh, okay.
I think
So just go with the gender neutral names, right?
I think he's on my right and I think she's on my left. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
feels right. So there's this story that I love from this author in our hometown. And I want to name them after two of the characters from that story.
Oh.
Just just a little piece of it's the one. It's the one. It's the one. So he feels like a Yuji to me, and she
I'm
feels
done.
like a Nobara.
Out of character. I fucking knew it.
I messaged Goo about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm so tempted to do this, and Goo is just like, do it. So I'm like, okay.
Zulmar gets really excited and giddy, and he's like, "They're perfect. Those are the perfect bloody names for them."
They have the energies, Lee. I'm
They
telling
do.
you.
They do.
I love them so much already. I've
Zulmar
had them
just
for like
wiggles his
10
fingers
minutes.
on his face, and he says, "Hello, Nobara and Yuji."
What do they do? Do they do anything when other people talk to them?
They sort of take their cues from you and how you react to other people, and if you react positively, they react positively.
Aww, babies. Can
They're
I
like-
give them chin scritches?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Chin
they're-
scritches.
I mean,
Double
it's
chin
like,
scritches.
It's like underneath beak scritches, but
Yeah.
speaking of, you guys hear a warning bell.
What is that? A
Uh,
what kind of bell?
A warning,
Warning.
bell.
A warning bell?
Yeah, like
A
when a village is getting attacked.
Oh,
Oh,
Are we
Where's
still
it coming
tired?
from?
You're still kind of tired.
What? Can you make the
Still
bell
marked up.
stop?
Rhea is up.
Yeah,
And
where's
is
it
there
coming
any
from?
like windows you can see out of? I know that like a lot of stained glass windows you can't really like see out of.
They're too foggy.
Too foggy.
It's foggy with
Then
dust and age.
yes, we chose the right building. Yes.
Hmm.
You're starting to hear shouting as well.
I hear voices.
But
I hear them too.
I didn't sense anybody here earlier.
Maybe they were underground? Are these
Mhm.
underground type people?
You feel like a rattling that goes by the big door,
Uh-oh.
and then a few seconds later you hear, "Come back here, you fucking piece of shit! I'm gonna fucking rip your spine out!"
Oh shit.
That person sounds angry, I should say.
Sounds like a brawl. Kinda wanna go see.
I hope
Um,
we're not the ones about to get our spines ripped out.
I hope not. And you,
What do you guys
we
want
want
to do?
to kind of looking at the others for like either a nod or a shake of the head, like ready to open the door.
So the rattle stopped outside of our building.
It was like a
Or
rattle of
past it.
something running by the door, like
Oh.
something big that shook the door.
oh,
Maybe
Um,
someone needs help.
Someone needs help? That's what you think?
I said maybe. I don't know. I hear a warning bell. I don't know what to do. We're the intruders, technically, so I don't.
But if we're the intruders and it doesn't seem like they're talking to us, do you really think we should let them know that we're here?
Want them to know I'm not a. I don't know.
You hear from outside, "Put that down, you fucking... I swear to
I
God!"
don't- think they're talking to us.
Nope, I don't think they're talking to us.
you think if we head out there, he might like ask us to help him?
Then we better stay
So-
here and leave them alone.
I'm worried about the children.
The children.
You're.
Hmm.
It sounds like there's parenting going on outside.
It does sound like that. It really does.
Okay, that's definitely a
Alright.
thing that's happening. Who's by the window?
Rhea was by the
Rhea.
door.
Rhea's by the door. Just Rhea?
Vitani's close to the door too.
Okay. What are your ACs?
15.
Oh shit.
A 13.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
What do you mean
Um,
you're sorry?
You guys decided not to do anything.
Well, I was about to, but you know what? That we ran out of
Yeah.
time. It happens.
While you guys are talking about what you want to do, another rattling runs by the door, and you hear that same voice go, "I said back the fuck!" And then something gets thrown through the glass of the front of the building, and it barrels into both Rhea and Vitani for 3 points of damage, and knocks
Mother-
you both prone.
Ulamar cries out, "Vitani!"
What just went
And-
through the window?
Rushes forward.
The thing that is on top of them is lumpy and furry. It has like two big like front paws and then 3 back legs, and just this open maw as it snarls. Its mouth is full of teeth. Like, doesn't have eyes, but it does have big pointed ears, and it's trying to shake its head to try and get up.
Well, Mist has pulled out her bow. And has
Ahsoka
aimed
also
on
pulls
that
out.
thing from as far away from the room as she can be from that terrifying thing.
Ahsoka also pulls out
Sulamar.
her
I
bow.
would like everyone to roll initiative.
Ah,
Hey.
shit.
Come on, baby.
20.
14.
18.
One second, let me roll this little bag.
4.
Ooh, yikes. That's for
Nine.
you.
Yes, I'm not gonna be yelling.
That's for you.
Anything.
And that's...
Oof. 4.
Ooh, yikes again.
Ahsoka has rolled a 14.
Ooh, okay, cool. So,
And yeah, 18 for me.
alright, we're gonna go from top to bottom. Anybody with fucking anything over a 20?
No.
No. Okay. So 19 to 15.
Me.
Yes.
18.
18.
18 is for Vitani. 18
Zulamar.
is for Zulamar.
Nice.
So 15 to 10.
Me. Ahsoka.
Okay.
I got a 14.
You got a 14. For this also.
Oh wait, I forgot. Do you add to initiative your +2?
You're plus the dex, yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm a 6. Not that that's that much of a deal.
Okay.
I'm actually a 16. Wait, no. Yeah, 16.
16? Okay, well that's fine. You can
Yeah.
just get moved over here. So 10 to 5.
I got a 9.
Okay. 9 for Augie. 9 for the monster. And 4 to 1.
Me 4.
Aw.
Rhea.
Is it really Amber if it's not rolling bad on initiative?
Nope. Look, it works out for my cleric in my stepdad's campaign because that's where a cleric should be. But not for these fighters that I've been playing.
I'm really scared that Zulamar rolled so high. And he hasn't figured out his magic yet.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I mean, he's got some
Speaking
nice
of
cantrips. Not gonna
Yeah. Speaking of magic, I know you mentioned that we don't like have a grasp of magic and stuff yet, but would Vitani know the Wait, we know cantrips, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know your cantrips.
Okay, well then never mind. Never mind then.
You know cantrips.
Like, we
Okay.
know base magic. We don't know spell magic.
Gotcha.
Complex magic, let's put it that way.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
This is actually not the. This is this dude. Okay, so top of the round, that's about as surprised as you guys are going to get. It is Vitani. You are underneath a snarling, snapping thing.
Okay.
Your little whistle flits, by the way, have buried into your fur, and you cannot find them, but they are safe. I just want you to know that right now.
Thank
Okay,
God.
'cause
That's all you care
Zulamar is
about.
kind of throwing a fit about both Zatani and the children.
My babies. All right. So Vitani's unarmed right now, so she's gonna shove. Hold on. Yeah, she's gonna shove a hand up toward that thing and use her produce flame cantrip for 1d8 damage, flame damage.
It doesn't make a save, I don't think, because you're literally underneath it.
Okay. All right. Shit, it's a 13. Does that hit?
To hit?
Uh-huh.
Let me check. That hits exactly.
Yes.
Phew.
For 4 damage.
4 damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna have these guys. You have... How many hit points did I write you down as? Might be all written down. Okay.
So what's the initiative order?
The initiative order is Vitani, Zulamar, one of these creatures, Ahsoka, one of these creatures, Augie, a mystery person, Rhea, and another one of these creatures.
Fantastic.
And you are going after the one that, like, got on top of you, right?
Yes.
So that would be this one. So that's... You did 4 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is that all you want to do? You want to try and get up at all, or are you just going to lay there?
Nah, I'm gonna try and get some space between me and the thing.
Okay, so you'd have to get up first, so that would take half your movement.
Okay, alright. So, I'll get up and use the rest of my movement to get as far away as
Okay.
is possible.
This thing is going to get an attack of opportunity of you because you're moving out of its space.
I forgot about fucking attacks of opportunity. Fucking ass.
Wait, Zulamar can't react, right? Because he hasn't had a turn yet.
No.
Cool.
It does not hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
It tries to snap at you, but its head is tilted in a weird way, and you are moving too fast.
Okay.
That means Zulmar, it's your turn now. You're still pinned underneath this thing.
Wait, Zulmar got pinned?
Zulmar didn't get pinned. I did.
It was
Oh, no,
Rhea's
not Zulmar. It
Rhea.
was Rhea. Well,
Zulmar ran up afterwards. Like,
Yes.
he's just close. Alright.
That's on me. What you want to do?
Okay, so I've never used this before. So Zulmar wants to cast Thaumaturgy,
Okay.
and create a sharp sound, almost like a dog whistle, to see if it causes the creature to retreat or react in a retreating manner.
Okay.
Is that it? Like, how do I do this?
It's just an action. and you can
Verbal?
just-
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna do that,
So you
and
just.
it's gonna be a radiating sound coming from his point of origin forward towards the door.
Okay. So you cast that spell, which is one of your cantrips. The creature, its ears swivel, but it doesn't seem to react to it. However, Vitani, your Yuji, and what's the other one named?
Nobara.
Nobara.
Nobara, they sort of start shaking on your shoulders.
Oh,
And that's, unless you want to move, that's your action.
I mean, he's gonna move closer to Vitani, and
Okay.
then that's it.
So that means it is
Creature's
one of
turn.
the creature's turns. Alright. You hear a lot of shouting still from outside. You hear this snarling, like, sound. You don't see anything outside, but you hear a bunch of voices laughing, kind of like fucking. You know when you're watching somebody try to fight somebody else, it's really kind of pathetic and you can't help but laugh. You hear some of that. Ahsoka, it is now your turn.
Okay. So how many creatures were there again?
From what you know, there is the one that is in the church and the one that is fighting outside, but that is all you know.
Okay.
Out of character, I will let you know there are 3.
Okay, cool. So the one that's inside, I kind of want to attack it with my bow and arrow.
Go for it.
I've never actually fought with a bow and arrow before, so I roll a d20 first to see if I hit, and
Yeah.
then okay. Does an 8 hit?
No.
Okay. That great.
The thing is thrashing a lot, and it gets close enough that you almost nick Rhea's ear.
No, I'm sorry.
So, do you want to move anywhere, or do any bonus actions, or?
I don't really have any other actions, I don't think,
Well, let's
that I want to
see.
do right now.
Okay. Do you want that to be
So-
your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. Alright. So, you shoot off that arrow. It skids, rattles, where the door would have been, it, slides, crunches in the glass, and you see coming up as you go to look for your arrow. You see another one of those creatures, slightly smaller, much more drool, stomp its way up to the entrance, and it just snarls at all of you. And it looks like it is getting low, ready to pounce. That is its turn. Augie, it is your turn.
Can I line them both up in such a way that I could hit them and not hit any of my friends if I had some sort of line thing?
It would be a little difficult because one is on the floor and one is sort of on the floor but getting ready to pounce upwards. So if you want to try and hit both, I will say with disadvantage, but if you want to just try and hit one, I will say, regular.
It wouldn't be like with an attack roll or anything like that. It's just I'd need to know if I can do a spell line without hitting my friends.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Depends on what the spell is.
Well, what I do, then, I'm gonna pull out kind of like a Roman candle looking thing that I've been setting up, give it a twist, and then I'm gonna aim it, and then I'm just gonna like drop it a little bit, and then pick it up again, and then it's gonna start shaking. I'm gonna be like, oh, and I'm gonna throw it forward a little bit, and instead of it shooting out like the fire that I'd expect, the reaction in it goes wrong, and it shoots a stream of acid in a straight line for Tasha's caustic brew. And
Gonna say you can hit both of them, but you are, Rhea, you're gonna have to roll dexterity to not get hit.
Even though I'm pinned under.
Yeah, it would be something like getting your leg or something. You'd have to try and move your leg away.
Is that with disadvantage or anything, or is that just a straight roll?
I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
I figured. Okay. I mean, I asked. Is this just a dex saving throw?
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And they would have to they have to make dex saving throws too.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah. That's a 3 total, but that's a crit roll, so crit 1, so.
Asked if there was anyone in the line. They also have to make the dexterity saving throws too.
Okay.
And DC 13.
Alright. I'm gonna use the pink one because the green one's been being real rude tonight. And by real rude, I mean it's trying to kill you guys.
For real, though.
Oh, that one makes it. That's a 15. And that's a 17?
Well, that was counterproductive.
I told you guys, these dice really like to kill people.
And yet you use them anyway.
Specifically when I'm
DM
Dungeon
dice.
Master. I only use them when I'm DMing.
I have news, Rhea. You'll take 7 damage.
Ah,
This
y'all are trying to
round.
kill me and I haven't even started fighting.
And someone needs to spend an action to get that acid off. That will probably be me.
How much would that's
Motherfucker.
that's 3 or 4?
I asked if you were in the line. I did, and I was told no, and now you are.
I didn't
So
realize I was in the line. I'm sorry.
it's not. I asked.
Pinned
So
underneath the monster.
Do you have your inspiration still? Is this something that could help?
I mean, you
I don't have inspiration.
Somebody else can give you inspiration if they wanted to, but I thought you.
oh, I would give you. Yeah. I'll give you inspiration for that for sure.
Okay.
What does my What does the inspiration do for
you
me?
get to re-roll 1 die, if you want to.
Okay,
Yeah.
since it was at disadvantage before, what's the call now?
I will just say a straight roll because you're getting inspiration.
Okay, come on, don't fuck me. Actually, you know what? I'm not rolling you. We're gonna roll this one.
Watch the other one fuck you now.
Well,
No,
okay.
Knock on wood.
It's 16.
Okay, you're good. You're fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't have to take the 7.
You don't have to take any damage.
Oh, thank God.
The other monsters, though, they have to take 3, right?
No. That's not how that spell works.
Oh, so if
They
they
take nothing. I just
Oh.
wasted a spell.
okay.
They made their saving throw, so
Okay, I
they
didn't know if it was
totally
half
dodged the
damage or not.
asses.
Yeah, some spells are
not
half
this one.
damage.
With this one, what it is if they don't make their saving throw, they start taking that damage every round.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good spell.
Damn.
Whoops.
As long as you don't get your friends.
And as long
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
you don't miss.
yeah.
Alright, let me see.
That's it for my. That's it for
That's
my
your
turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, now you know that you have a spell that you can cast. By the way, Zulamar, you remember where you put your black book?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of warm. That's weird.
Sometimes-
That's from Augie's turn. It is now Mystery Person's turn. He's gonna roll. That one misses. That one misses. That one does not. Alright.
Did that happen? Sorry.
And that would be. You guys don't know where. No, you do know where. That one is. That means take this off of this. I fucking hate math.
Say.
Rude.
Cool. You hear a lot of slashing and like a wounded animal sound. It's not a dog though. It's just wounded animal. Rhea, it is your turn. You saw a flash of what could have been, and you felt phantom pain, and you just went, God, no, damn it, and then you blinked and you were like, oh, fuck, that didn't happen, thank you.
Okay, okay, so I'm able to use my movement to stand up, correct?
Yes.
Or am I pinned? Am I, like, grappled?
You're pinned, and you could use half your movement to get out of it.
Okay.
Like, I would say you would have to roll, like, a dex thing, but this creature isn't trying to, like, hold you down, you're just underneath it.
Okay,
also
so I'm gonna
on fire.
wiggle, 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 wiggle to get out and, stand up. And, I guess everyone else is attacking.
Zulamar is trying to make it go away.
Are you just trying to make it go away?
Zulamar's noise was his attempt to make it go away. He doesn't want to attack anything.
Okay, I don't know if I really want to attack either. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
I don't
hold.
want to attack.
No, wait. Can I hold my action if I'm the last?
What is the action that you want to hold? There is one of the creature that is on top of you, or was on top of you, which is the last in the line.
Okay. Well, that's another question. I think I'm just having like a brain fart. Like when you hold an action, is that
I will let it carry over. My idea is that whatever you're holding will carry over until your next turn.
Until your next turn. That's what I was gonna ask. I'm like, is it to your next turn or is it to the end of the round?
Yeah, I'd go next turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna hold hold my axe in front of me to hit this thing if it continues to attack. But I'm gonna yell, "Hey, get your fucking dog!"
Okay.
Get your fucking dog, bitch! It don't bite.
It don't bite.
Yes, it do. So that's what you're gonna do?
Uh-huh.
Speaking of, it fucking do! It's gonna try and get up and bite you.
Okay, well then I'm gonna let it do its thing first, I guess, and then I will try to hit.
Alright, what is your AC?
15.
15. And what does it have for its bite? Oh, shit. It rolled a 17.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay, that's not... I lied. So that's 5 points of damage.
Damn, y'all are trying to kill me. Well, I get to hit 2.
Yes, you do. You get to hit it in
So-
retaliation.
Hang on a second. Where the fuck is my hammer? There it is. Or not my hammer, my axe.
By the way, its slobber smells atrocious.
Ugh. Okay.
Nasty.
Well,
Thanks.
that is a 11 plus a 5, so 17? No, 16?
A 16 will hit.
Yay! Okay, so that is a d12 plus 3. Where's my d12? And I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared. I should have been. I'm like last in line.
You're totally fine.
That's 6 plus 3, so 9.
Yes. 9 hits it.
Damage.
9 damage. I just realized, Mist, you are not in the lineup.
No, I think I got skipped.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. Do
What
you
was
want to
your
go
roll?
next?
Yeah.
If that's okay, or I can just, I think I was supposed to be before Rhea, but I can wait till next round if that's better.
Oh, you still get your turn.
Yeah,
but-
no, you're still gonna get your turn. I will put you where this thing was. You'll just be at the end because it's dead.
I was about to say it only took 4 damage before that 9. I was wondering.
Yeah, you are just like, oh, this fucking stinks. I hate it. I don't like this at all. And you just fucking swing at it because it bit you and that hurt and that was not fun and you cleave its head off.
That's
I'm
hot.
sorry, Pupper. I didn't want to hit you.
Alright, so
Did you just say that's hot?
I did.
Yes.
Mist, it is your turn. If you are hidden and they do not see you, yes, you would get sneak attack.
But Rhea's already basically underneath one, so if I hit
Oh,
that
no.
one anyway, she's within 5 feet.
Cut that one's
That
head
one's
off.
dead. There is the one
Oh.
that's trying to pounce on people or is about to pounce on people that is still in the
And that one,
Yeah.
is that within 5 feet regardless anyway, or no?
I don't know if they would be within 5 feet.
I guess it doesn't matter. She's kind of behind an altar, but I'm not sure if I took the full action to get behind there.
So you started that at the beginning of initiative, then.
What I'm gonna say is, I don't think you're behind an altar. I figured you were kind of in the entryway between the big church and the little church. So you're sort of out of this thing's line of sight. So if you have a bow or if you want to throw a dagger or something, I will give you sneak attack because it does not see you. Its focus is solely on the people that were screaming.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am going to fire the bow that I already have notched and ready to go at the one that is charging around.
Gotcha.
So I roll my... Sorry, I'm also fighting off a cat on my back, literally.
That's fine.
Oh, that sucks. That's only a 7.
Ooh, 7 misses. So
Can I duck back down behind an altar, or is that too much of an action?
it still doesn't really see you. It's kind of single-mindedly focused on being a shit. It also
I'm
doesn't have
thinking
eyes.
more for whatever that other person is.
Doesn't have eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I said it doesn't have eyes in the beginning.
Oh,
You're right.
okay.
You do not need to use an action to equip a weapon. I think that's dumb.
Cool.
Yeah, I know some people are like, you gotta use an action to equip it. No, if you want to grab a weapon, it's not gonna take you 6 fucking seconds.
Bless. Awesome. Cool, cool. Just wanted to make sure I could do what I want to do.
Yeah, you're good. So you
Awesome.
are hidden again. Also, because you only shot an arrow, it did not hear which way the arrow was coming. Actually, let me double check. Let's see if it figures out where the arrow was coming from. We're gonna use the pink die. Do you guys want me to use a different set of dice for this so I'm not, like, absolutely murdering you?
It doesn't matter. You're the DM. Use whatever dice you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has advantage on perception checks. And it has a plus No, it does not. It does not figure out where you are.
Oh, good.
So you're still hidden. But that means that's all over, and we go back to the top of the round. Vitani.
All right.
Your little beans are cheeping away, and they're trembling in your little furs, and they're just like this.
My babies. Okay. Quick out of character question. They like the warmth. They're not going to be adverse to higher temperatures, are they?
Let's shrug.
Fantastic. How many enemies are left around us right now?
There's the one that is pouncing, or going to pounce on you that you see, and then there's the one that is outside being fought by Les Shrug.
Gotcha.
Fighting it?
Wait, did we determine how many, hold on, hit points everyone has? Did we jot that down? Hold on. Shh, don't answer that question. I probably know that answer. I'm sorry, I'm talking out loud. Ignore me.
Shh, don't answer.
Okay, we didn't not that down. Note that down. At least I did.
Okay. All right. Would you like me to tell you how many hit points I have?
Yes, and what's your max?
My max is 14, and I'm at 11 right now.
Okay.
What you want?
And Rhea.
Oh well, continue.
Sorry.
It's all good. I think I will save the rage for another time, and instead, Vitani will. Huh. Goo.
Mm-hmm.
Can I bluff charge?
Yeah, if you want to.
I want to do it, just to do it.
Do it.
All right. So, Tani's gonna bluff charge.
Make sure you tell everybody what that does.
Right. So, a bluff charge is a threat display. So, Vitani runs up on a target and then stops just before reaching them, and it's used to intimidate or try and scare a threat into backing off or going away or retreating, whatever the word is. So, what is I have rolled a 22.
Alright. What is it that they have to roll again?
And let's see.
It's like charisma, right?
Yes, charisma saving throw.
Oh, no, they don't. They rolled a mod 1.
Excellent.
So, would you like me to describe this scene, or would you?
Go for it.
Alright, your little BBs are cheapin'. Your friends have gotten glass thrown at them. Rhea's bleeding. Mist is bleeding. Different reason. Same hat. People are freaking out. They're shouting outside. There's a dead head on just kind of rolled across the floor. There's this other thing, and it looks like it's wiggling its butt and it's getting ready to charge. You know what? Fuck that. You hoist your axe, because I'm sure you do. You stamp your foot a little bit, get a good position. Your skin probably crackles, like glows a little bit with your mood, and you just scream guttural deep in your throat and just run straight at this thing, axe held up, and the sound, more than anything, freaks this thing the fuck out, and it backpedals, like legs scrambling over itself, and it falls off of the steps and starts towards the rest of the city.
Excellent.
Nice.
And it is afeard of you.
As it should be. Alright, and that concludes my action.
Yep. Ow. Fuck. Zulamar, it is your turn.
Yes. So having watched that encounter, seeing that, Vitani can hold her own as usual. Zulamar is closest to Rhea and immediately goes over to her, crouches down to take a look at her. Well, not crouches, she's standing now. But like reaches out for her, wanting to ask, like wanting to check her over and see if he can assist in staunching the blood. And when he touches her is when his bonus action of healing word triggers.
Okay.
Having been hoping to tell her that he wanted to use his cantrip to just give her more peaceful thoughts in case she was in pain. The moment he touches her, his hand starts to glow in a way that it hasn't before. But it starts to feel familiar in his chest, and then he gets that sense that something else is happening to him, and so he just kind of lets it go and sees what happens.
Alright, roll for your heal. Or, yeah, you roll for
Yeah,
how much you
1d4
feel.
for how much money. Okay.
By the way, when you do this warmth that fills your chest is wonderful and familiar in a way that you obviously have said you don't, understand why. But the book, wherever you placed it, kind of warm again. Huh.
Where did my new d4s go? Oh, there you are. Yeah, he's very concerned about this book. He's intrigued and also very terrified that something is heating inside his jacket. Alright, so Rhea is healed for 6 hit points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
You could do that.
Ooh, Rhea?
Oh no, the Zulmar.
Zulmar watches as the blood just stops flowing from her wounds and starts to kind of stitch up to like scab over and begins to heal itself. And he kind of just pulls his hand back, startled. But like instinctively he knows that he just healed someone. And it sort of clicks that the few days leading up to their descent below the fog, he had these very strange dreams that involved these complex, strange lights and things happening that were coming out of him. And he didn't understand at that time that it was like a premonition of his spells being accessible. And so he kind of feels this thrill at realizing that there's something he can access in his being that he couldn't before, but also kind of worried because he doesn't know what that means for himself going forward. But he now knows that he has that instinctual knowledge of new spells in his head.
Rad. So that's your
Very cool.
That's your turn?
Yes, that ends his turn. He's a little startled and trying to process right now.
Gotcha.
Like,
So
oh,
that
okay.
means it's the monster outside's turn, so it's gonna try and oh, yikes! It hits. So that is going to be ooh, ouch. It's for you. You hear another roaring, and this time it's accompanied by just a bunch of swear words. You don't know they're swear words because you don't speak whatever that language is that came out of that mouth, but you know what a swear word sounds like.
That's the wrong
Absolutely.
word.
Ahsoka, it is your turn.
Okay, so it's outside now?
Yes. There are 2 of them outside.
Okay.
You can see the one that was scrambling away from the steps that is trying to run. You don't see the other one.
Can I try to shoot with my bow and arrow to the one that I can see?
Sure.
That is An 11.
Do you add anything to it?
What am I supposed to add to it?
Your weapon.
You're like a attack modifier.
Yeah. What are you shooting with?
It's my longbow.
The longbow. I do not have my PHB with me, but you add something to your attack. I know you do, because I know you've got proficiency with a longbow.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
I'm looking it up.
Or you'll probably get it faster.
+2 if you're proficient.
So then it's 13.
That hits.
Okay. So it's 1d8.
I'm gonna think it's that plus your dex, because I think your attack is dex.
Honestly, I can't remember.
Is that a class-based thing or a weapon-based thing?
It's a weapon-based thing, what their damage does.
Gotcha.
I'm trying
It
to...
says on my thing it's 1d8 plus 2.
Okay. So
Oh yeah, and that +2 is your
Right?
your modifier, your bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what did you roll?
So then I rolled a 4.
Okay, plus the 2?
Yeah, 6.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's really good.
It's not dead yet.
Nope, not yet. Does look wounded and bloody and is making this kind of like dry
kinda
heaving
wanna-
noise.
Honestly,
wanna
like
get-
I know I was the first to like take one down, but I feel bad. Like I don't know if something tells me. I guess I'll find out.
Wait. So the one that ran away took 6 damage?
Uh-huh.
And that's the first time it's taken damage, correct?
Yep. Ahsoka, what did you want to do?
I wanted to move up like halfway. So I'm closer to it, but I'm not like right up against it. I'm like,
Yeah, no, understandable.
I burned that one before.
You
No, the
burned-
one that
you burned the
that
one
was
that
on
was
top
the
of you is the
ground.
one that Rhea
Oh!
chopped his head off.
Gotcha.
I need to see if that wound is going to make it want to turn around or not.
Uh-oh.
So it turns around. It's not getting any closer because of Rhea. Or not Rhea, but Batani. But it does turn around, and it just sort of like does that frat boy fronting thing. But it's not getting any closer.
He's like mean mugging.
Yep. Augie, it is your turn.
The one of the not a doggers that's still around, ain't it?
The one that's mean mugging
Yep.
from outside.
Yeah,
That we can see.
I'm gonna grab one of my little fireball thingies. I'm sad that I've lost my Roman candle, so I'm just gonna grab another box from my robe and put it in there, and then kind of pull it back as kind of like a scuffed slingshot. And as soon as I let go, it lights ablaze and shoots a firebolt towards the critter.
So is that a cantrip or a...
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check.
Yep.
So does it roll anything, or... Oh, no.
No, I miss. Nope. Fuck it.
You miss. I'm so sorry.
There's like
Oh.
I blame it. Maybe Augie's a little concerned. Like he's trying to keep an eye on where Miss is hiding, or something.
He's
and
distracted.
so I pull it back, and then it just goes off in a random direction. The box itself kind of breaks apart in my hand. I'm very frustrated. Gonna have to fix this later.
So it was a fire thing, right?
Yeah, it's a fire spell.
Okay, take 2 points of fire damage on your hands.
Oh no!
You rolled a 1!
Oh no, my hand!
Oh no! Okay, so that's your turn. That means it's the other mystery. Unless you wanted to do anything else. Did you want to do anything else?
Swearing.
Okay, swearing it is.
My hand.
Miss. Ooh, that one hits. Alright, let's roll this. Alright. Oh. Okay, that one's down. You hear, that snarling you heard from the beginning just sort of like get louder and more aggressive and more like angry, and you hear that voice, whose accent I will continuously fuck up because I'm bad at accents, just swear some more, and then you hear a and then a thump, 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 thump. And that means Rhea, it's your turn.
Wait, I think it's Mist's turn.
Mist, I'm saying, goes after you, unless
okay.
Unless you two want to swap positions and you want Mist to go first.
I think she should go first because she rolled higher to begin with. I had a 4.
Okay.
It doesn't matter too much to me.
Well, I mean,
Would you?
I don't mind going first, but you did roll higher.
Whatever the DM wants to do sounds great to me.
I don't care as long as you guys are having fun. Would you like to swap places with Rhea?
I genuinely don't care.
All right, Miss.
That awkward moment when we're
Guess
all
I'll go.
No, Rhea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I see like the guy, the other, or the mystery person?
No.
From in here, I can't.
No.
Okay. Is there any more baddies in here?
Not inside, but there is still the dude that is on the steps.
The mean mug and scaredy cat. Which is what I've dubbed him.
You would have to go outside to try and hit.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll start heading out there. I mean, obviously they know we're here at this point.
Yep.
So, I guess whatever my movement will get, well, I don't know if I want to go full movement. I guess get me out, but not quite in range of
You have extra
scaredy
movement because you are a you-know-what.
Uh-huh.
That means you can get to this thing.
Okay, I can't. Well, I don't know if I want to go all the way to the thing. I mean,
Well, if you don't go all the way to it, you can't attack it. You'd just be going outside.
I know.
So what do you want to do?
I want to go like out to the building, but not quite up to it. I'm gonna hold another action to hit if something comes up to hit me within range. But I just want to be able to like get out to where I can see this mystery person.
Okay. You go outside, and you don't. You look around. You don't see any people, but you do see a corpse of one of these things outside.
Okay. Then I start to feel better about killing the one I killed. Okay. Well, I'm holding my action.
Okay. That means Mist. You go.
So, there's nothing we're aware of to attack?
No, the thing that is outside on the steps is what you see. That's what you
okay.
can
Yeah,
detect.
like it's still there.
Yeah, Rhea
He's
was
just
looking.
have to move to get to it.
Yeah, Rhea was
And
looking
Rhea's
for
standing
people
next
outside.
to it?
You would have to get into, not line of sight, because again, this thing doesn't have eyes, but you would have to get out of your hiding position to see it, to throw something at it, or shoot it with a bow.
Is Rhea, like, next to it? I'm just trying to figure out where she is.
Rhea's not close enough for you to get sneak attack.
Okay, but also not close enough for it to, like, ricochet or something.
Yeah.
I'm just not 100% on the visual there. Want to be.
Rhea,
I just want to
Wonderful.
be right outside the doors. Like, I think they were saying it went down the steps a little.
Yeah.
So like, it's like halfway down the
okay.
steps. She would be like at the top of the steps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just wanted to
wanted
remain out of like 5-foot range.
Gotcha. Just wanted to be sure. Okay. Miss kind of pops up from behind her little spot and shouts over to Augie, "You doing okay over there, old man?" And then, like, kind of walks. Oh, sorry. If you want to respond.
No, just growling.
And then she kind of makes line of sight for the creature by the steps, and does another arrow at it.
Cool.
That is a 9. Oh wait, plus 14.
You hit.
Okay. 6.
How much was it?
7.
You roll 7. Okay.
Nice.
How do you want to eliminate this from the world?
Preferably she would like to shoot it through the eyeball.
Okay.
Doesn't have eyes. Or does it?
I mean,
Shoot a
you're
skull.
correct. Do you want to
She
shoot where you
wants
think
to
the
shoot
eyes
it-
would be?
In perhaps a showboaty sort of shoot it way?
Okay.
In any way?
Do you want me to flavor text it?
You go for it. Whatever's appropriate for what that monster, baby is.
Alright, so you see your lifelong friend who's just kind of like waving his hands, going, fuck, 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 fuck. Because, he set himself on fire. And you see all of your other friends, and you're like, okay, so that thing is out there, and it's gonna keep coming for us. I'm gonna fucking shoot it. So you go to the steps, and you pull back your bow, and you knock your arrow, and that thing is snapping its jaws at Rhea, and it's just sort of almost timing at this point, and your vision sort of like hones in, and you wait, and you take a breath, and then you let go of the fletching and the string, and it zips through the air, and as this thing opens its mouth once to snap hard down, the arrow shoots straight through the roof of the mouth up into the skull, and as its jaw just sort of automatically closes, it shoots it through like all the way, and bits of brain splash out from the top of the skull, and this thing just slumps forward.
Gnarly.
Yeah, it does. Miss just kind of like looks over at Rhea, makes sure she's okay, and then kind of looks back towards Augie.
And that is combat. You are now all
Nice.
out of initiative.
Yay.
Holy shit, that was badass.
Smell gross.
Look, I was terrified this entire time that these were this guy's pets.
Oh, they're
What?
his pets, and he needs to learn to control them better.
Amber, what guy?
The one we heard the voices.
You didn't see anybody out there.
I didn't see nobody, but okay, the voice. This voice is pets. Like, it was wiggling its butt. I thought it was just playing until it bit me.
It was gonna pounce.
And then I was like, oh my god, what if it was just a puppy? I didn't mean to hit it that hard. Well, I did.
Well, it is.
What if
Those-
it was
those
just
were
going to
puppies
kill
with
us?
Giant teeth.
Do you guys
And
wanna...
I tried to scare them,
Look,
but
you
it
never
didn't
know
work.
with Sona. These
True.
monstrosities can be baby.
Do you guys
I'm
want
just
to
saying.
take a break, or do you want to continue? Because if we take a
I
break,
need a break.
I'll stop the recording. All right. 3,
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
2,
Yeah.
1.